Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kansas Future. What's up, Kansas City fans? How are you all doing? I'm doing great, and once again, I'm bringing you exclusive updates about our team. Today, we've got an update on one of our key talents, and let me tell you, this news might leave you relieved or at least hopeful. Do you remember that tense moment against the Los Angeles Chargers when we saw our wide receiver Rashee Rice get taken off the field after a Mahomes interception? Everyone held their breath. Well, we've got some news about that injury, and maybe, just maybe, it's not as bad as it first seemed. Curious? I'll tell you everything in just a moment. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about our Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go. So let's rewind to the last game. The Kansas City Chiefs were on fire, moving to 4-0 for the season. But in the middle of all the victory celebrations, something sent a chill through the fan base. Our quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, threw an interception, and in an effort to recover the play, both he and Rashee Rice went after the defender. The result? Rice went down in pain and had to be taken off the field. That's when the worry kicked in. After all, losing a talent like him so early in the season would be a disaster, right? Our glorious head coach, Andy Reid, was asked about it after the game, and at first he didn't have an encouraging update. Of course, Reid knows how to manage expectations, but no one was really sure what Rice's condition would be. Then to make things worse, on Monday, the ever-reliable Adam Schefter, yes, that Adam Schefter, tweeted something that only increased the uncertainty. There remains uncertainty about the extent of his injury, he said. Fans on social media started to speculate. Could it be something serious like an ACL injury? Now, you know, anything involving the ACL puts the fan base in panic mode. But then came a glimmer of hope. Dr. David Chao, a respected sports injury expert, commented that the lack of a definitive report about an ACL tear could be good news. If there's no confirmation of a tear, there's a chance the injury isn't as bad. And he wasn't the only one saying this. Dr. Jesse Morse, another expert, also suggested that fans shouldn't give up on Rice just yet, especially when setting their fantasy football lineups for the week. Medical outlook and impact on the Chiefs. So, what does all of this mean? Well, when experienced doctors start saying there's still hope and no tear has been confirmed, that indicates Rice's recovery could be quicker than expected. A severe ACL injury could take him out for the entire season. But so far, stay tuned, that hasn't been confirmed. Now, with all this uncertainty, the Chiefs are in a waiting game. Let's imagine the following scenario. If Rice comes back before the playoffs, our offense will get a huge boost at the perfect time. Without him, we're depending on guys like Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, and Juju Smith-Schuster. Don't get me wrong, these players are great, but let's be honest, none of them bring the explosive impact that Rashee Rice does. He's the best weapon Mahomes has, and having him back in time for the playoffs could be the difference between making it to the Super Bowl or not. Dramatic turn now. Imagine this, guys. You're watching the Chiefs dominate another season, already thinking about another Super Bowl, but there's that lingering uncertainty. Will Rashee Rice be able to come back in time? This is the kind of twist that defines seasons. Remember how the return of injured players has made a difference in past years? Now think about how Rice could be a game changer in our quest for a third straight Super Bowl title. And you know how it is when a player gets carted off the field like Rice was. No one can avoid the thought that the worst is coming. It's natural. But what we're learning now is that things might not be as bad as they seemed. We have to be thankful for medical advances and top-tier physical training. These guys have an incredible ability to come back stronger. And with the support system the Chiefs offer, Rice's recovery is in good hands. Rice's impact on the playoffs and future games. And let's be real, guys. If the Chiefs manage to avoid a serious injury for Rashee Rice, and he comes back in time for the crucial moments, we're talking about a game changer. Last year, we saw how the absence of key pieces can impact a team's performance in the playoffs. Rice is the kind of player who stretches the field, opens up space for Mahomes, and forces opposing defenses to rethink their strategies. Right now, our offense looks solid, but in the long run, we're going to need all the weapons we have. And you know that without Rice, the offense becomes a bit more predictable, a bit less dynamic, so getting him back is a priority. Just imagine Mahomes throwing to Rice in the AFC Championship game. That explosive connection taking us straight to another Super Bowl. The third championship is on the horizon, folks, and with Rice back, who's going to stop this team? Now it's over to you. What do you think about all this? Do you think we'll see Rashee Rice back on the field sooner than expected? Is his injury just a temporary setback, or could it cost us later in the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you expect from him when he returns. And don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more updates, and share this with your friends who, like us, are hoping for Rice to come back flying in time for the playoffs. We've got some last-minute news that will leave you speechless. The web is buzzing over what's happening with one of our best players, and you need to know all the details. Even I was surprised. It's hard to believe. So has Travis Kelce finally lost his edge? Some people are saying that the greatest tight end in Chiefs history is starting to show his age and isn't the same anymore. But our head coach, Andy Reid, has set the record straight. Kelce hasn't missed a step. Today, I'm going to tell you everything Reid said to silence the critics and explain why we should still trust the guy who redefined the tight end position in the NFL. So before we get into it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss this discussion. Let's go. Let's get straight to the point. So far, Travis Kelce's production in 2024 has been well below expectations. In 3 games, he has just 8 receptions, 69 yards, and no touchdowns. To give you some context, that's usually what he does in just one half of a game. But hold on, there's an explanation. Of course, pessimistic fans were waiting for this moment. After all, everyone knows that time eventually catches up with all of us. And with Kelce nearing 35 years old, many believe this could be the year he finally slows down. But is that really the case? Andy Reid, the mastermind behind the Chiefs' offense, defended Kelce and made it clear that he hasn't missed a step. Reid explained that defenses are still focusing on Kelce just as much as ever, which shows the respect he still commands. He also pointed out that Patrick Mahomes missed a few clear opportunities to connect with Kelce, and some big plays were nullified by penalties. In other words, what we're seeing isn't a slowing Travis Kelce, but rather a combination of factors that have resulted in lower stats. And let's be honest, those who closely follow the game know that Kelce works harder than anyone else and still has plenty of gas in the tank. Reid assured everyone that Kelce is far from distracted or old. He remains the dominant force he's always been. So what do you think? Does Kelce still have a lot left to give, or are we starting to see his decline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest Chiefs news. Attention Kansas City Chiefs fans. Thrilling updates have set our team ablaze with excitement. While some fans are hesitant, struggling to grasp the unfolding saga, we encourage you to stay tuned and watch the whole video. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce expressed his thoughts on Wednesday about teammate Rashee Rice's potentially severe knee injury, which occurred during the Chiefs' Week 4 victory against the Los Angeles Chargers. Speaking on his New Heights podcast, Kelce commented on Rice's injury. After such a promising beginning to the season, it's only going to get harder, especially after seeing Rashee go down during the game. I really admired how that guy was playing football, the way he gave it his all every day in practice. You tend to cheer even more for players who approach the game the right way, and Rashee was doing just that. It was a huge blow to me when I saw him get injured. In the first quarter of the Chiefs' 17-10 win over the Chargers, quarterback Patrick Mahomes threw an interception to Christian Fulton. Rice chased Fulton from behind, forcing a fumble, but in the commotion, Mahomes fell awkwardly into Rice's legs, causing the wide receiver to immediately grab his knee in pain. Chiefs' medical staff evaluated Rice on the sidelines before he was taken back to the locker room on a cart, and he was quickly ruled out for the remainder of the game. Following the game, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that the Chiefs fear Rice had torn his ACL, which could end his season. However, this has not been confirmed yet. Further tests are needed to determine the full extent of the injury, but it seems likely that Rice will miss a significant amount of time, a substantial loss for the Kansas City offense. In the first 3 games of the season, Rice had been one of the top-performing wide receivers, recording 24 catches for 288 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rice's injury is made even more impactful by the fact that wide receiver Hollywood Brown is also sidelined with an injury expected to keep him out for the entire season. This leaves Mahomes with rookie first-round pick Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Watson, and Sky Moore as his primary wideouts. Each of them will need to step up in Rice's absence. But Mahomes is likely to rely most heavily on Kelce, who finally had a breakout performance on Sunday with 7 catches for 89 yards after a slow start to the season. Kelce, a future Hall of Famer and one of the best tight ends in NFL history, demonstrated during last season's playoffs with 32 catches for 355 yards and 3 touchdowns over 4 games, that he still has what it takes to lead an offense when necessary. We're back with the latest news about our beloved team, and you need to hear what just happened with the Kansas City Chiefs in the past few hours. This information has been circulating among Chiefs fans, and it's crucial to stay informed. We're going to tell you everything that's going on, but first let's talk about one of the rookies making waves, Xavier Worthy. Unfortunately, we also have some sad news to discuss that's been causing concern among fans online. But before we dive into all that, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any updates from the Chiefs. Now tell me, how long have you been a true Kansas City Chiefs fan? Drop your answer in the comments below. Rashee Rice's injury was a tough blow for the Chiefs offense. He had practically been the engine of our passing game, especially when it came to gaining yards after the catch. Now with him out, the question is, who steps up? Xavier Worthy, the rookie, has shown he can make some noise. Against the Chargers, he managed 73 yards and a touchdown, with 54 of those yards coming from a single explosive play. But is he ready to carry this offense on his shoulders? According to Andy Reid, the idea isn't to overload Worthy. He doesn't have to be the only one, Reid said, emphasizing that we have other experienced players who can contribute. And that's exactly what we're going to see. The ball being spread out among multiple targets. Justin Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Mecole Hardman, and even Sky Moore are expected to see their roles expand moving forward. Juju, for instance, returned to Kansas City this season, but has been quiet so far, recording only 17 yards and 1 touchdown in 4 games. However, with the trust that Patrick Mahomes has in him, Juju may finally step up to help fill the space left by Rice. And let's not forget, players like Justin Ross, Nico Remigio, and Montrell Washington are also options from the practice squad to fill the gap. So Chiefs fans, what do you think? Can this offense keep running without Rashee Rice? Will Xavier Worthy rise to the challenge, or will we see a new name emerge? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest Chiefs news. That's it, guys. Another video bringing you the latest Chiefs news. Keep following along because the season is just getting started, and there's still plenty of good stuff to come. Let's go for another Super Bowl.